I'm Chris. Today I'm doing a video on showing you how to convert your alternator to an internally regulated when you have an externally regulated system. This is the easy way. No cutting, nothing like that involved. Buy the alternator. If you don't know the application, 79 Monte Carlo 305. We'll get started. We're going to take this out, undo the plug. We're going to take this out. I mean, you can leave it in if you want to, but I take this stuff out because it may confuse the next person that gets this car. Get that out, unplug it. Very important, remember to reattach that ground or your headlights ain't gonna work right. Can you see that right there? Reattaching that ground right there. Let's talk about these real quick so you know what's going on. F234. This goes to the alternator, to the number 1 position. This goes to number 2. This is a hot that goes back to the main splice that comes straight off your battery. Brown goes back to your dash. Through the dummy light, back to the key switch. When you search this conversion or thing, whatever on the internet, you always see this double jumper wire thing like this. It's 100% correct. Nothing wrong with that. It's exactly what you want to do. Basically, you're jumping on with the key, number 4, through the dummy light, jumping it to the number 1 position, the exciter position on the alternator. When the alternator starts to charge, I guess it interrupts that circuit and this has no power, turning off that light. And I have another video on here showing you, explaining that dummy light exactly how it works. Okay, then this just jumps the number 2 position, the voltage sensing wire, number 2 position on the alternator, jumps it straight hot back to the mass splice, straight off the battery. So we didn't cut anything. That's good to go. I do have a video on here showing you the detailed way to cut this out, and I also have another video explaining that. So we're just gonna get the alternator out. Always disconnect the freaking battery. This is the internally regulated. I'm actually testing this out to see if it's good, but it's gonna have a plug like that. Go ahead and put it in. Unplug your freaking battery. Unhook it. Cheap in the socket. Okay. Alright. So we have the internally regulated alternator on it. Okay, you will need to find you some kind of plug for this alternator. This is off the AC or something that fits perfect. Now, all you're going to do is you're going to take a pick. You don't have to cut or anything. You're going to press in here on both of these, and this plug will slide right out. Save that plug, don't throw it away. Now, on these alternators, if you don't know anything about it, just remember that this is an anti-American. Red, white, and blue is America, so blue, white, red. So that means blue first, white second. I mean, if that helps at all. But blue is always number 1 position. This is the exciter wire. So we're going to go into this video. I have other videos on here explaining this more. Find which way the plug goes in. You're going to pull these little tabs back out so that the wires will stick in there. Alright. Find which way the plug goes in, like that. Remember, blue, anti-American, not red, white, blue, blue, white, red. Now that's a permanent thing now. Alright, so be careful with these bolts. They have metric and standard. Your old one might be a standard. This is a metric threaded. Go ahead and plug it in. Gonna reattach this. Stays the same. .10mm metric master. Don't need to be too tight. And there you go, man. That's all you got to do to convert the alternator, this part of the harness, to fit this internally regulated. It's just change that plug. That's all you got to do. But remember, blue and white, not white and blue. It'll cause all kinds of problems. We're going to start the car and check to make sure it's charging the right way. Alright, so we have everything ready. We're going to go ahead and test it out and make sure it works, make sure it's charging right. Always check the voltage on your battery. Especially, we're testing this alternator, this old alternator. So yeah, we're going to check it out. Okay, battery's good. We're going to go ahead and start. It's going to be a cold start, sorry. Okay, so that's all there is to it. Jump those wires like that, and just change that plug over. Remember, blue is 1, white is 2. You know, that was funny, man. That's alternator's probably been hanging out for 10 years and it works, so that's good.